With it or quit it. With it, quit it.
What?
With it.
We about to turn up in this bitch. All right, what am I winning or quitting today?
The Lakers had a press conference officially introducing their new head coach, Frank Vogel, while LeBron James stood nearby with nothing to say. Vogel preached togetherness shortly after Magic Johnson went on a press run telling the world just how messy the Lakers front office is. Joy, a dysfunctional front office will keep superstar free agents from joining the Lakers. With it or quit it?
With it, for sure. Without question.
I
told you
I
RIP'd the Lakers, I believe 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Content.
Prematurely.
Well, not content-wise. Content, they are the greatest thing that's ever happened.
Yes, very Hollywood.
As far as actual success, I've deaded that. That's not going to happen. Not in this tenure. I'm very, very, very disappointed because I went all in on Jeannie Buss. I believed in her.
Did.
I thought that she had the gumption
to run the world
and get this together. And instead we have a literal bleep show. It is the biggest bleep show in sports, maybe in sports history. Every single day it's a new wrinkle and a new thing and a new story and a new leak and a new incredible twist and turn that literally in Hollywood you could not create because we would be watching the show like
yeah.
Just relax. Can we just have a conversation before the next thing happens? It would be too much. But it isn't. It's reality. It's too much. So they had the press conference. Well, first of all, let's start with Magic, okay?
Yes.
Magic forever, okay? What can we make can we make a Magic forever like hand sign? Can we do something?
A gang sign for Magic?
Yeah.
I'll work on it.
Like not Wakanda forever, we got to find something for Magic forever.
I don't want to step into anyone else's territory trying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, making up gang signs
I would do it off air, come in with a strong you know what I mean?
And be convinced that you're not bothering anybody with it. That's probably smart.
Right.
So anyway,
hold on, sorry. Is there like a database so you can?
You feel like you really had to weigh in on the gang sign conversation.
So I had a question.
It's a question I'm not even going to acknowledge. So anyway, Magic decided to go full scorched earth mother bleepers on the Lakers and particularly Rob Pelinka. They are not cool.
Not currently. Well, not in the past.
Pelinka is not invited to the yacht Italy trip. So he basically said that Pelinka was stabbing him in the back and he scorched earth the Lakers. And then the Lakers had their press conference yesterday introducing Frank Vogel. Horrible timing, great timing by Magic Johnson to have his interview before that, which was not an accident. Okay, no. For all of you out there trying to figure out how that happened, not an accident. Now, the Lakers knew that Magic was going to be on there, so they could have moved the press conference around, but they chose not to for whatever inexplicable reason. Mm-hmm. We all know whoever gets to the mic first wins. However, that being said, I'm fully on Magic's side. Now, Pelinka came out and said that everything Magic said is just simply not true. So somebody lying, okay?
That's very hard to believe.
Somebody is lying.
Everything, because he said a lot of different things.
He said a lot of things.
Yes.
And it's impossible for everything he said to not be true, okay? So the bottom line is this. I don't think it's Pelinka's fault. I don't think it's Magic's fault. I don't think it's LeBron's fault. I don't think it's Tim Harris's fault. I don't think that it's Linda and Kurt Rambis's fault. I don't think it's Rich Paul's fault. What? I don't think it's the injury's fault. I think it's Jeannie Buss's fault because Jeannie Buss is the owner of the team. You took this team over from your brother because your brother couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. So you took it. You literally said, I am taking this over. There's too much going on. And the realest thing that Magic said was there's too many voices in the room. Yeah. Anytime you have too many people making a decision, it's a disaster. Now, you can have a room full of people to advise you. Lots of people have advisory boards. Most people have advisory boards. Mm-hmm. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's one person's decision. One. And it should be one person's decision because you have to have a power structure. And everybody's voice can't have a different amount of weight in the decision also. Like, who else do you go with? And like, okay, this decision, we are going forward with this. Like, you have to have, in order to have a well-run organization, it has to be in place from the top. It's not about the players. It's not about the facilities. Mm-hmm. It's not about the city that you're in. None of that matters. It's the owner and the front office.
But my caveat to why this isn't the end of the Lakers is Magic is currently talking about a lot of things that happened in the past, right? Moving forward, he says he's fine with Rob Pelinka making basketball decisions for the Lakers if that's going to be what he is doing. And Frank Vogel as short of a tenure as planned for him, period, what he's talking about right now is great. The togetherness, like his quote, we need to build togetherness, starting with ownership in the front office, coaching staff, players. We're all going to be pulling in the same direction. That message and that now, he may not have the time to get that actually implemented completely by the time he gets up out of there in 3 years, but trying and attempting that is more than anyone in that front office has tried to do up until this point.
First of all, we all know he's not going to be coaching there for 3 years because Jason Kidd is sitting right there the whole time. Okay, that's one. Two, he is right. Everything he's saying is completely true. That is how you should build an organization. It's not about just getting all the guys in the court on the same page, which is hard enough as it is.
Right.
You have to get every single person from the top to the very bottom, from your highest paid employee to the lowest, all on the same page with the same mantra, the same culture. That's why the Spurs are successful. That's why the Patriots are successful. That's why the Warriors are successful, because you have everyone understanding we are a championship organization. When you come to work, you do championship level work, or it's bye. And that's not the case with the Lakers. It's you just come to work and then you figure out what you want to do when you get to work. And that's just the truth.
It has
so
been in the
I
past,
believe
yes.
that Frank Vogel said the right thing. Do I believe that that's going to happen? No, because you still haven't heard from Jeannie Buss. She needs to come out and say these are the two people. I want to hear two names, Vogel and Pelinka. I don't want to hear about nobody else. I don't want to hear about no Tim Harris. I don't want to hear about no Rambuses. I don't want to hear about LeBron. I don't want to hear nothing else.
Rich Paul.
And LeBron has rightly distanced himself from it because this is not LeBron's mess. This was messy way before LeBron got here, and this is not his responsibility, and he did not damage this. Luke Walton was not Magic's guy. Magic wanted Luke out. Magic wanted to fix things. Whether his ideas were the right ideas or not, somebody had to have ideas and make a decision. So I'm fully on Magic's side. He had every right to come out and say what he needed to say, and just kick it with the lazy too. Magic Johnson is not lazy.
Yeah.
Hello? How do you think rich people get richer? Do you think that they're like in their offices like, we've been here for 6 hours, it's not enough time? No, it's they go to golf together or they go have a scotch and they make business deals together and then they go make them happen and then other people do the work. Hello? Magic Johnson got rich and famous from working very hard at playing basketball and making connections. That's how it works. So everyone's like, oh, like Magic, he's just really privileged. What? Magic is not privileged. And more importantly, Magic has the one thing that everybody else doesn't have. Magic. There's a reason they call him that. That's not his real name, okay? The reason they call him that is because he can walk into a room and make shit happen. You can't pay for that. There's no college degree. Here's your make shit happen degree.
Well,
congratulations, you're going to be a billionaire. No, it's not how it works. So this whole idea like, oh, he didn't really know what his job was. He thought he was going to do what he did with the Dodgers. He's a 0.01% owner of the Dodgers. Of course, all he has to do is show up and shake hands and make them elevated in their marketing. He absolutely tried to do his job there. He always said he was going to do other stuff, as he should. And guess what? All those other rich people that run that stuff, they do other stuff too.
Completely understand, and there was a conversation about how much he would be around already in place. That's why it felt backstab-y. But the person you're saying is at fault is the one who put Magic Johnson in the position of power. So was that an issue? Or is Jeannie need to...
No, but she didn't put him in a position of power, which is the point, which is his problem.
Okay, that's fair.
She hired him, and then she was like, what? You can only make 5 decisions this month.
Okay, yeah.
And then Tim Harris has 1 decision to make, and we have to save 2 of these for Lyndon and Kurt. It's not how it works. You hire a president, you give him the title, he makes the decisions. That's how it works. It's a power structure everywhere in life for a reason. If you don't like it, go be the man yourself.
People are working on it.
I don't know. It's a disaster of epic proportions.
It looks good in the future, though.
No, it doesn't. It looks exactly the same. It's still a complete and utter disaster. All right, what's next?
The Warriors are going back to the finals for the 5th straight season, despite not having KD, Boogie, or Iggy available. Golden State finished up their sweep of the Blazers Monday night behind the historic double-doubles from Steph and Draymond. Joy, the Golden State Warriors are the greatest NBA team of all time. With it or quit it?
I'm going to quit it.
There's no way you can. Statistically, they are. Like, they just are.
I'm going to quit it, but...
The Boston Celtics, when there's 9 teams in the NBA?
I think...
like, they are. I don't like it.
I
think
that it is... It's... Well, first of all, they've been in the discussion for a while now, obviously.
Yes.
I think what they're doing in this particular run, like we've talked about it all year, like, okay, we already know the Warriors are going to win the West. Like, who's going to win the East? And yay, the East is going to be so interesting this year. And it actually was. For that matter, the West was very interesting as well. But what they're doing feels a little bit like, oh, we forgot that the Warriors are actually very, very good to quite good without Kevin Durant. Now, they are better with Kevin Durant, so stop saying that they are not as good. I mean, that they are better without the best player in the NBA. It is, and it's actually more enjoyable.
That's what we're gonna get around.
And it's nice to be able to appreciate Clay and Steph Curry.
Yes, and to see Draymond.
And Draymond's just balling.
Like, but you get a chance to see him win and spin. He couldn't do that with KD in the mix. Clearly.
Yeah, I wasn't missing that. But it's nice to see that Draymond is playing well. Draymond's playing well. I'm gonna give him credit. He's playing well. Great, actually. But the point is, everyone making this whole to-do about like how the Warriors were done when KD went out. The Warriors lost to LeBron in Game 7. They were one Kyrie shot away from winning that championship. Everyone acts like they got swept in the finals or something.
And a LeBron block.
And I understand that. Okay, well, all right. It was a block. It was a block made for two. Like it was like. Okay. I'm with Skip on that. He had some help. It wasn't like
okay.
Okay. But anyway, it was a very nice block. Okay, all time great block. Whatever. Great. The point is, it was not like it was like this disaster. Okay.
Right.
The disaster was they were the greatest regular season team of all time, so they should have won that championship, obviously, and that was obviously the discussion. But when you look down at like the greatest teams of all time, obviously, it's the Bulls of the '90s are in that conversation. Is Jordan, the Lakers. All through the 80s, 5 championships, 9 finals. I mean, Kareem, Magic, James Worthy, Bob McAdoo, like Pat Riley.
Kurt Rambis.
He was on the team.
Thank you for that.
He was on the team.
I mean, the Celtics, like, you're right. There were all of 5 teams. I mean, I'm not discrediting their championships. It's great.
Is it? Or does it sound like the startup of a company?
A long drink of coffee for it. But, no, I mean, it's Bill Russell. Like, it was an NBA championship, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm just saying in this particular situation, you look at NBA dynasties, and you have to talk about the Spurs.
Gotta talk about Spurs. Timmy D.
I mean the Celtics in the 80s too. Like they had 3 championships, went to the finals 5 times. I actually felt the need to put the Minneapolis Lakers on there too.
That's where they started. They was the Lakers.
Every once in a while, she knows I'm Ron Burgundy, so I'm just gonna read my notes down. The point is, I think we really need to appreciate what's happening because for all of the Warriors hate that people have spewed over this whole run, it's pretty incredible what the Warriors are doing. And I'm with you. Like, I'd like to see another team win a championship, but I also don't want to be that person who didn't appreciate greatness when I was watching it. And like, they are really, 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 really incredible.
Okay, rooting for greatness and appreciating are 2 very different things. I appreciate Tom Brady's greatness. I recognize it. I speak on it. I only just now
recently appreciated it. For 98% of his career, I hated it.
Well, that's a good point because right now you could argue is the same tipping point for Tom Brady as it is for the Warriors. A 45-year-old Tom Brady, what's he going to do next? A Warriors that are going to their 5th straight finals and could lose Kevin Durant and a lot of the pieces on that team. What are they going to do next? So the Warriors as a basketball team being dominant and the greatest team ever, I don't think it's debatable. It's boring, but it's not debatable.
It's definitely debatable as the greatest team ever, but they are pretty incredible. And I think if they lose KD and still win another championship, I think it's just a lock. Like,
they won with a G League team last night.
I mean, what are you talking about?
There were some G League players on the starting lineup
that is
of
hot
the Warriors.
Take exaggeration.
How's it hot take? You can see that by the play. Like, there's a person that was in the starting lineup that years ago spent $175 to make the NBA.
Years ago?
A couple years. Alfonso McKinney was playing like 3-on-3 basketball for bribes in Mexico like 2 seasons ago. So it's pretty amazing
he's
that
not
he's
no
here
more.
now. Yeah, now
I mean, that's a credit to what the Warriors are able to do and their front office is able to do. Oh, my God.
But I'm not giving – I don't care.
It's a good slogan. What do you want?
You can talk all you want about the
Next
Warriors.
man up, bro.
You talk all you want about the Warriors, but you can't talk about Steph Curry because I'm not going to give Steph Curry individual flowers for being a great NBA player until LeBron's out of the league. Because how can I? LeBron has no one and went to 8 straight NBA finals.
Well, according to you, Steph Curry's playing with a G League team. So
D-Wade's no one? Come on now, bro.
We're saying bro way too much for my comfort right now. But the point is, you have to give Steph Curry credit. He's played incredible. He's had over 35 points in every single game of this series. He's been unbelievable, and they are unbelievable. And I need to give credit where credit's due because they're
Yeah, because
Incredible.
the Portland Trailblazers were
Okay, and small note about the Portland Trailblazers. They did blow a bunch of
barn
leads.
burners.
Okay, but I will say I don't feel bad about the Portland Trailblazers. They're going to be back next year. They're still going to be good. I don't look at that as a disastrous. I mean, a sweep is a sweep. Like, it's not great. Obviously, I would have much preferred more basketball, and I thought that it would at least go 6. But here's what it is. Damian Lillard was hurt. Like they had some pieces missing. I think they're going to be back next year and be competitive. So I'm not fully bothered by the fact that they got swept. Like, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. They were all competitive games. That's all I can ask for, right?
No.
Okay, well, agree, disagree.